So we're walking into the clouds still, but I'm hoping tonight the weather clears. We can sort of see down into the towns below us. We're at 33% battery. We passed the old 7th station. We're headed to the new 7th station, which we really weren't that far apart. So we're getting there. We're coming up on 20:05. So we're definitely not missing dinner. No, I definitely want a hot meal after all this. I don't see the new 7th station yet, but I know we're getting there. This ground over here looks softer to walk on. Come those clouds again. It's like we're swimming through them. Hopefully I get some shots real early in the morning and it'll be clear. It seems like it is clearer in the morning than it is in the afternoon. There might be some kind of meteorological reason for that, or that might just be my imagination. I think this will be the first time we use up one of these Insta360 batteries all the way, but I got the backup battery and we can swap them out when we get to the new Station 7. There's another reason you want high tops. You don't want these little pieces of rock going in your shoe. I enjoyed myself. I learned some lessons about this particular trail in this mountain. The not so good thing about the gravel. There's some yelling up there. I hope it's just people excited, not somebody that got hurt. But one of the not good things about this gravel is it's loose. Loosey-goosey. So, kind of slide a little bit more. Woo. I don't like that. Let's try this. Oh, and there's the new 7th station. So it's in sight. We got 4:45. I'm sure you guys can hear that wind howling. So the goal is in sight. Let's see. We probably got enough battery to keep you with us till we get to the hut. Which reminds me of one of those little useless factoids I know. You know, in the Star Wars saga, there's a character called Jabba the Hutt, but the Hutt is not his last name. He's from the planet Nalhutta. So all the people, or all the creatures, the organisms from that planet are called their name and then the Hutt, because they're huts. Sort of similar to Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci's not his last name. He's from the town of Vinci. Oh, again, this loose soil, this loose gravel's more comfortable to walk on than that monolithic, like that stuff over there, the monolithic cooled lava, like kind of pyroclastic rock. But it is a little loosey-goosey. Chattanooga. That's not how that expression goes. So I guess you got to pick your poison. The stuff that tears up your feet and your knees, or the stuff where you are going to slip a little bit. Oh man, that hut looks like it's farther away than it was a couple minutes ago. Speaking of Star Wars, I did see on social media the other day that they're going to put A New Hope back in theaters. I forget, they said April or something. I hope they run it for more than 1 or 2 days, that's for sure. Because sometimes my schedule can get busy, and that would definitely be something that I show up for. A lot of people have their... Yeah, daijoubu. Thank you. Arigato. Ooh. That was hard on the knees. That would have slipped. So I know people have their favorites in the franchise. A lot of people like episode 3. I know my best friend Bobby, that's his favorite episode. And I really do enjoy episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And because it's, of all the installments, it's unique in that this sort of things are left in a little turmoil. Whereas in A New Hope and Return of the Jedi, everything's sort of the conflict is sort of settled, so to speak, in some ways. So I've always been a big fan of Empire, and the Return of the Jedi is awesome too, because it's the destruction of the Emperor. Well, what's supposed to be the destruction of the Emperor, Chief Palpatine, Dark Sidious, and balance is returned to the Force, which is a nice thing. But there's a special place in my heart for A New Hope. Just a poor farm boy experiencing tragedy, finding out he was destined for a legacy of greater things. The struggle of the underdog against the imperialist, totalitarianist government. It's got a special place in my heart. And it's the first one that I got to see as a kid. I know some people may have started the saga someplace else. In fact, I'm betting there's kids today that have started this saga with these last 3 films they put out. What would it be? Episode 7, 8, and 9. And I don't blame them, because seeing a movie in the theater is always better. But when I was a kid, there was no prequel trilogy or sequel trilogy. It was just the original trilogy. And you started that trilogy with A New Hope. Also, John Williams does the musical work on episode 4, A New Hope, and that man, he's the man. He's the man. The battle, there's a ton of great tracks in there, but in fact, some of my buddies can attest to this. Thinking about you, Steelan Brothers, Big Jim Dog, Bill For Real. Miss you guys. Wish you were here right now. You'd love this trail. But they couldn't believe that in one of my old cars I had that soundtrack in the CD player when we were heading down to the beach. And that soundtrack probably stayed in that CD player for a while, to be honest. It was nice. You didn't have to think about it. The music just played, and when I got to the end, played again. Back then, well, I guess I did spend a lot of time in the car back then. But like the Battle of Yavin. That's a dope track, you know? And then you have the throne room and the end credits. Those tracks are sick. Just straight insane. I mean, if you want to get your blood pumping, you want to get on that treadmill, that Stairmaster, you want to get your mile a minute pace up, put the throne room on and the track, the throne room from that soundtrack on in your MP3 player and go to town. You will be pumped. Konnichiwa. Getting some strange looks from people because I'm narrating, talking to the camera. I'm sure they probably think I'm crazy. So, but that's okay. I think some of them are gonna figure it out. Guy's holding a camera. Oh. Let these people pass me, they're moving faster. Another place there's hiking sticks might help out is the descent. So we're getting closer. Let's see. Battery life. 19%. We'll make it to the hut. I do think I should shut down at like 5% battery, just because I know the camera takes a couple seconds to sort of process and store the file. And I don't know if there's a programmed provision in this particular camera that you know, automatically shuts down the record function at 2% or something like that, so that you don't lose what you recorded. And I'm not really inclined to try it out right now. Oh man, every time you slide like that, you got to catch yourself with your quads and your knees. It is brutal. I'm glad I turned around at the aid station. I know some people, my brothers in particular, and maybe even the Steenland brothers, are saying don't wimp out, keep going. But I don't want to be the American that has to get rescued off the mountain. That would be embarrassing. Especially because I didn't bring a lot of the stuff that they said to bring. Like heavy hiking boots, walking sticks, rain gear, a sweater. Definitely blessed today that it didn't rain. There was a 25% chance of rain. So I'm glad I didn't get rained on, because I'd be soaked. I'd be soaked to the bone. And then the temperatures up here, while they're not exactly cold, with this wind's blowing, I wouldn't want to be completely drenched. And that's one of the reasons I took my, that's one of the reasons I took my time on the way up here. I didn't want to bust my hump and then sort of be sweating bullets and be drenched, because that would be not good. And now that I know this hut doesn't have a shower, oh, that's intense. I'm definitely glad I didn't get sweaty like that. I have some wipey wipes I can use when I get back, although I don't know if you're supposed to use them on your body because they're like antibacterial. We'll have to look at the package. So I have some wipey wipes that I could use, and I could always use a towel and some water to sort of clean up a little bit and then change my clothes a little refreshed. But there ain't nothing like a hot shower to clean the sweat off your body after a long day of hiking. Even though, you know, I'll be honest, I got to that trailhead at 12, or like quarter of 12. I really only been hiking 5 hours, but that's also kind of good enough for me. So this was definitely an experience, but I would say I wish I had spent more time in Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi was a feast for the eyes. It was visually stunning, and this has been stunning at times and beautiful, but not the way Kawaguchi was. So if you're planning your trip to Japan and you're telling yourself I could do Kawaguchi or Fuji, I would do, after doing this trail today and doing Kawaguchi a couple, God, I guess that was last week. Yeah, last week. I would definitely, I'm lucky I had the rope that time. I would definitely pick Kawaguchi over Mount Fuji. That is not to say there's anything wrong with Mount Fuji. I don't want anybody, especially Japanese locals or nationals, get upset with me, because this is, you know, this is their mountain. They love this mountain. I love this mountain too. This has been a beautiful experience. You know, lots of the art in Japan, and lots of their culture deals with this mountain. So it's an important part of their culture and their history. Oh. Yeah, these shoes are getting tore up. So don't want anybody get mad at me if I say I pick Kawaguchi over this. And I will say, as a person who really loves the beauty of trees, you know, Mino Quasi National Forest was awesome, and so was what am I thinking of now? The Nakasendo. So if my time was limited, I would probably pick those things over Fuji. But I'm also somebody who likes to be in the forest and be amongst plants. And we got a couple little plants here, but it's not like that Mino Trail number 4 or the Nakasendo. The forests that you walk through when you're going through those places are just, oh my God, practically magical, like something out of a fairy tale. See a lot of people with the hiking low tops, which maybe that's what I need to get a pair of, because I'm not a big fan of the high tops. But I can tell you that after today, these sneakers might be ruined, because these soles are not thick enough to deal with this. And I haven't seen a lot of these Trail Runner New Balances. I've seen this sort of white middle-aged dad mowing the lawn on Saturday New Balances in the stores that I've walked through in the different shopping districts I've been. But I haven't seen these Trail Runners that I kind of prefer to wear. That's all right. We don't have too much hiking left in Japan to do. This is sort of one of the second last things to do here. Definitely going to spend a day resting and then we'll probably go back to Roppongi and check out some of those music clubs. Like I'm definitely going to go back to Club T. That was an awesome jazz club. And the guy that was running it was super nice to me because I showed up kind of late. And that's also where I met Chazzy, who showed me Bauhaus. So, not that I'm going to see Chazzy again, but, you know, fond memories of nice places. And then there were other jazz clubs there that I would definitely check out. And I would definitely go back to Bauhaus. That place was fun. So there's that. And then on the 10th, oh jeez, on the 10th, I probably should have just went down there instead of trying to catch myself, because that was a weird angle for my back. So on the 10th, which is 5 days away, I'm going to try to be in Saitama, and I'm going to try to be in Saitama early. So that really means I'm going to be in Saitama on the 9th, because I want to see Ryokushika again, and I want to get me one of those Ryokushika towels. They always got the prettiest designs on them, and seems like that's how people show their support here for their favorite band. And then that way I'll have a towel. I'll have one of those towels for the 15th, and they're playing again in Hokkaido. So yeah, and the visibility just dropped to like 25 feet. Maybe, yeah, maybe 30. So I definitely made the right call, calling it quits at Station 8. I still got more stuff to do, you know. Let's see. No, don't adjust the screen. Don't adjust the screen. Show me the battery. 10%. So we made it back, and here's the new Station 7, or the new 7th station. So mix it up. This is where we're getting dinner. So I hope they got some cold drinks I can buy, because I have a little bit more water and some I left a sports drink here, but I definitely want something that's cold. That's okay.
Welcome back.
I came back. I only made it to Station 8.
Station 8?
Yeah, that's okay. I didn't want to miss dinner. All right.
Excuse me, sir. Can we serve your dinner in 15 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
That's lovely. A couple pebbles in my shoe. And even up here, traditions stay traditions, and they take off their shoes before they come inside. I guess I don't need to untie that right now. We'll grab our little plastic bag. I want you guys to see this room I'm staying in tonight. And I gotta tell you, I do feel bad for the other people staying here because I snore. They do have free earplugs, man. Just about everybody in this place is gonna need them tonight. Before I shut this down, I'll show you guys the room.
We will serve your dinner in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna put my stuff upstairs. Yeah. Hey. So we're up here. Oh, hat was too tall. And we're right here. There's my clothes. And my other things. Oh. All right.